Alright, hi everyone, it's Ben. So tonight I'm going to do another swipe, the ghost swipe or reflection swipe, I'm not sure which one they're called. So I have picked out, I'm using different paints this time. So I'm going to use Holcroft Professional Artist Acrylic, and this one is turquoise. And I'm going to use Permanent Light Violet, and I'm going to use decoart Americana Metallics in the silver. So I'm only going to do those three colours. And then my black is my Eraldo de Paulo. So that's them. So the mixtures are, the silver, I did 7 grams of paint to 7 grams Australian floetrol. Then with the the purple and the turquoise, I did 7 grams of paint to 21 grams of floetrol. So the silver's 1:1, the paints are 3:1, and the black is 4:1. So the black, I did 35 grams of paint, and I'm not too sure. I made it 4:1 anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the canvas in the black off camera, and then come back and do the colours and the swiping on camera, so you can see that. So I will pause it and I will be back. And we're back. So all as I did was I poured the black paint on, I spread it around, and then once it's covered, I tilt the canvas over all 4 corners to make it even, smooth, and at the same thickness all over. And only bad thing, when I use floetrol like this, the camera sometimes has issues focusing because it keeps getting my reflection in the reflection of the paint, and it messes up the camera focus a bit. So I'm going to come around and check it every so often. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to end up using. Wasn't too sure. I just thought I'd make up a bit and do it. So I'm just going to do a normal reflection swipe from the middle. So I just kind of zigzag it a little bit, or wave it, whichever way you want to say it. Just means I get some of the turquoise when I swipe this way and some when I swipe that way. Then we're going to go the Permanent Light Violet, and I usually try to do it in the opposite spots. Never has to be perfect, because when you swipe it, it will go whichever way. Either way, I find it better than just doing a straight line. And I think my line actually went a little bit wonky. And this is the silver. So I always give the silver a bit of a stir before I use it. It is a little bit thicker than the other 2 paints, but I don't know. I haven't used this one before, and I'm just going to have to go with it and see how this turns out. Alrighty. Well, a lot of silver. Wasn't sure what colours to get. The paint store's really getting so low on colours that I go there and there's not a lot to pick from at the moment. So it's kind of making my decision process easier, but also harder because I want to pick certain colours, but easier because there's not so much to pick from. I got to just kind of take what I get, and that's what made me get these holcroft ones. They're on special, so I thought, let's see how they go. So I'm going to do a big swipe first from this end. And because both the turquoise and the purple are both opaques, I am going to get quite defined colours in those. The black's not really going to show through them. And then we're going to go a smaller one. And I went too quick. I'm trying to get the wispiness of it, but I think I went too thick. But I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to leave that as it is and just keep going, and just leave that half as a shorter line. So like I find, because I can't swipe that way very easy, I'm just going to do all of them this way and then spin the canvas around to do the other side. And always wipe off your swipe card. So, getting some nice effects in that. No, I don't think I'm going to go for another bigger one. I think I'm going to stick with the smaller one. Find that bigger one might just be that little bit too large. That stopped a little bit sudden. I'm really liking the way this silver's going. I think the silver's actually giving me the better reaction with the floetrol than the other two colours are. One more swipe for this side. Excellent. So yeah, I think I'm getting better results when I'm using the thinner card than I am with the thicker one. So I'm not going to use that thicker one again, or the wider one anyway. I think I'm just going to keep going with the ones that are this size. I'm super pleased. Getting really nice effects in this. So I'm going to have to get myself some more of these trays that I do my painting on, because the paint is not drying in this winter weather and it's looking a little bit too messy. So if I get a few more, because I've got a few of them, but they're all not drying very well. So if I get a couple more, then I can always have some drying, some wet, and then peel off the paint from them. I like them because I'm not wasting so much. I can just peel the paint off. That's just why I like them. But we all have different styles and ideas that what we use for underneath. So I'm going to get a fresh card so that one there doesn't keep bending. And now we go to where we started. just a matter of doing the same kind of thing. So I'm not trying to make everything match exactly from one side to the other. So it's probably not really I think a reflection is where you try to make the same either way. I'm just trying to get some cool colors and do a nice swipe. I did one of these as one of my very first paintings was a swipe, and it's still one of my favorite paintings. I've got it up away. I'll grab that down once I finish doing this. It turned out great. It's got beautiful lacing and it's one of my favorites, but this was right at the beginning, so I don't have videos. I didn't even write down what I used. So that's slightly frustrating because I'd like to be able to know exactly what I did, because I think it turned out better than a lot of my newer ones. And that's probably the way that a few people have done that do recordings. They probably did some that are absolutely fantastic and not on camera. So that's the best thing about doing these videos. I do these videos for a couple of reasons. One, I want to share with people what I do. But it's also good because it helps me not have to have a good memory, because it allows me to go back and go, that one there is perfect. What did I use? What products? What style? And I am starting to keep a record book as well. So I write down all my amounts of paint I use and the brands. So it's another good way of just keeping a little bit of a record of your artwork. Because if anything's like me, right, if anyone else is like me, you will go to yourself, I'll remember that. And 10 minutes later, you actually can't remember it. It happens more than I'd like to actually say it does happen, but it does. I don't understand why I forget, because I've got good memory for a lot of things, but then just little things like this, I just think to myself, oh yeah, I'll be fine. And no. 10 minutes later, it doesn't matter what I do, I can't recall what I did. So, that's it for swiping. So as you can see, the longer it has been left, the more I get these nice cell marks. So hopefully these ones here will start showing up soon. So before I get the camera down, I'm going to let that try to develop a bit better. I'm going to... So this is, I've put this away, all wrapped up in my baking paper, nice and safe. So this is one of the original ones that I did, and I absolutely love this one. It's done on a thicker canvas, quite a nice good quality canvas, and I love it. But I wish I had have done the exact same thing bigger. So I'm going to try and do these same colours again. I don't 100% know which colours I used. I'd have to go back and work it out. I think they're all opaques and no transparents. I think it looks like it's turquoise, lavender, and one of the pinks. I don't know if it's pinky or one of the pinks. These were like the eraldo paints, because that's what I had at the beginning. So that's what I'd like to recreate again. And when I get it right, I'm gonna do like a huge, probably 1.2 meter canvas. 1.2 meters is probably 4 foot canvas. So let's hope. I'm gonna give this a slight torch on low heat, because I can see just a couple of little bubbles. Oops, always does that to me. Starts off light and then goes jet stream. So, the lacing hasn't developed in this area as much, but as you can see on this side it has. So I'm hoping that I will get some more, just with a little bit more time. So I'm going to pause it and bring you down for a closer look. If I don't get many more cells in this area after I finish recording in about 5 or so minutes, I might re-swipe, but I don't like to re-swipe. I tend to have more problems by re-swiping than making it better. So let's have a look. So there we go. That's what I'm seeing from my side, but it's probably very similar both sides really when you think about it. So we'll go in and have a look at some of these really nice lacing, cell area. They have come up really nice. And when this dries, that silver will really shine. So I'm really pleased. Thank you, decoart. Decoart Americana it was. So yeah, I didn't want to overload it with colours. Plus, I don't have a lot of the holcroft ones yet, and I wanted to keep to the same brand with the colours. So I'm going to try and get a few more different colours and see how I go with those. But this is what I've got for now. So, I hope everyone had a good time watching this video. Subscribe if you want to see more. Click the bell and click all so you get to see all the new videos that come up. And share my videos. Happy to share. And write comments. Tell me if you think it's good or if it's bad or if I could have done anything different. I really am happy to hear what people have to say, as long as it's relatively not too mean. But yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy your afternoon or evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.